All right, well, pretty much done setting everything up. Did some test runs, drove around a little bit, got some good video of front and back for the A229 Plus. Lesson learned, I'm going to tell you this right off the bat. Didn't even think about this. I knew there was going to be extra cord. I did not realize how much extra cord. So I'm going to, before we even get to the video, and you'll see it later on, biggest lesson I learned today was start from the front of the vehicle and work your way back. Because I started from the back and worked my way front, and I ended up with several feet of extra cable with nowhere to put it. So I had to basically undo everything I'd done and redo it going backward so that I could put the extra cable and take it up inside the casing there and the tailgate, tail lift, whatever that thing is called back there. Don't get on me about it. Put your comments in. What do you call it? I'm curious what other people call it. But anyway, that thing back there where the rear camera is at, as you can see, it's kind of, yep, there it is up there in the window. So I was able to tuck the extra cable back there, and there's several feet of it. So you got to do something. So again, start with the front, work your way back. And it's actually pretty simple. I've never done this before. Took me, probably even with my mistake, it probably took me about an hour or so. So I've learned, hopefully you've learned something. If you've never done this, you can do it too. If I can do it, Mr. Trouble, you can do it too. Have a great one. All right, well, we're back, and we're going to install the rear camera for the A229 in the 24 Kia Sorento. And so we'll take that out and see what we got here in the box. The box is a lot easier to open. Okay, take out all the accoutrements. So we've got the rear camera for the A229, as you can see here. And inside, a little handy dandy plastic tool. Got another one that's orange, so I got a couple of those. And won't be using this. It's a power cord that goes into the 12 volt adapter. But we've got the longer cord that's going to run through the car from the rear camera up here to the front. As you remember last time, installed the with the dongar adapter, installed it in the power mirror housing. So it's been working good for about a week now, maybe 2 weeks. Anyway, a couple weeks. Been working good. Comes on, video is great, and we'll follow up with some example videos later. So let's get started, shall we? It's already a hot day. It's not going to get any cooler, and almost July 4th. Happy birthday, America. Let's get her started. Okay, first thing we got to do is got to take this casing off up here, because we're going to run the wiring up and through this hose right here that connects the wiring for the middle brake light, and then we're going to go from there. Okay, so you see what I did here is I taped the end of the wire for the camera to the fishing rod there. I fished it through this. I had to pop this out, fished it through there, and now I'm going to take that off and run it up through here so it'll connect to the camera on the back window. Okay, as you can see here, I ran it down and through there, pop this up, and I'm pulling it through the top liner there and just kind of pulling that through, and then we'll be done with this part almost. All right, so I was able to, and sorry I didn't show this to you, but it's kind of hard to film and do this at the same time, but anyway. So you just kind of push this rubber housing back into the holes. So now you've got your line to your camera, and it's good enough to tell you that that connects to the camera, to the rear camera. And then we have this run out, and we can start running it towards the front of the vehicle. It came down in here, and now I've started putting it in behind this plastic casing and run it all the way down. And I got the black tool here Like I said, I've got an orange one, yeah, for safety and all. Anyway, so that's what we're going to be doing, is run it all along the inside of the vehicle like that. It ran inside here. It's up under the headliner up in there. And then, so now, again, ignore my dirty garage. I'm going to run up inside the windowsill in here. So we got the rear connected in there, run around. We'll play with this wire, try to get it out of there a little bit. But here's a error I committed. I got lots of extra wire, lots of extra cable. So I'm gonna have to work on pulling this back so I can tuck it in up under the top of the tailgate and deal with that there. So lesson learned on my part, something you need to be careful of is you got a lot more cable than you really need. So, but that's a good thing. All right, back to it. We got it tucked up in there. Got it tucked up in all the way around. As you can see, it hides the wire, and we're ready to connect it up in the back and get this party started. So lesson learned, you don't need all that wire from the back. All right, so we finished mounting. I put the extra wire in the framework up in here. There's plenty of room over on this side that doesn't interfere with any of the other mechanicals. I popped it out, set it up in here, facing obviously outside, and you got your microphone on there to pick up sounds. But again, ran it all the way through, ran it inside, all the paneling, headliner, and up front, so you have no exposed wires. It's pretty straightforward. Took me a little bit of work because it's the first time I've done this. Had some extra wire at the end, so I had to backtrack, pull it back, and but we're good to go, and we'll get her started and see how it looks.